Why you eyeballing me? Oh, thank you for the gifts. Thank you for the gifts. I am not being rude. Hey, Jamila. Welcome to my live, girl. Glad to see you here. But yeah, so I went to see. She say okay now. I went to see the movie Respect, and it was pretty good. It was real good actually. Oh, and first let's talk about. Well, let me. This is not my first time going to a theater with these chairs, but you know the some of the theaters have reclining chairs, and so I went to AMC in Vestavia, and it was so comfortable, which gives you like, I'm in the. Why is my event not showing? But I'm supposed to be in the 1980s event. I don't see it though. Is it because I'm in OBS and I can see it? I don't know. I ain't never paid attention to that. But yes, Respect was good. I went to see it Sunday, and let me tell you, it was this. I don't want to give away the movie, and I'm not going to give away the movie. But the movie had some overall pretty good characters in the movie. I'll give you a listing of the characters. For starters, Jennifer Hudson played the Queen of Soul, and she did an amazing job. Y'all listen, I cried. I'm not gonna tell you the movie, but I cried, I laughed, I sung, I was in a like, yes. That's why I picked the back row, so I can cut up. Okay. So it was and just so if you don't know, I will give you the definition of respect. Respect, a feeling of deep admiration for someone or something elicited by their abilities, qualities, or achievements. Thank you, Candy Purple, for the snack. Hey, Angel. I didn't know you was in here. Yes, hey, Angel. Hey, Nicole Sherrill, hey Candy Purple, hey Jamila, and hey Absolute Me. Okay. I just poked you. Let me poke you back. And yes, you hear the Shaka Khan in the background. I wonder when they're gonna make a film for her. It's about that time. Whoa, ain't nobody. Aretha Franklin. You had Marlon Wayans, who played Ted White, and I hated his character. You had Mary J. Blige, who played Dina Washington. Audrey McDonald, who played Barbara Franklin, which was Aretha's mother, and she did a fantastic job. Haley Kilmore, who played Carolyn Franklin, a sister of Aretha. Queen Latifah was in it. Heather Headley played Clara Ward, one of the gospel greats. Titus Burgess played James Cleveland. And it was funny because I just got through binge watching this show on Netflix that Titus Burgess played in, and his character was totally different than what he played. He played James Cleveland, and James Cleveland was another gospel great. Then you have Forrest Whitaker, who played C.L. Franklin, Aretha's dad. And then you have Lodrick. Wait a second. You have thank you for the snacks and the taps and the shares. You have Lodrick D. Collins, who plays Smokey Robinson. He did a good job. You have Tate Donovan, John. You have John Hammond, who played Tate Donovan, and then Jerry Wexler, who played Mark Mark Maron, who was Aretha's manager. Hola. So the character that I hated the most was this here, Ted White. Ted White, I didn't like him. Hated his characters. Well, his character. But Jenna Hudson did an amazing job. She sung, oh my gosh, she sung so good. It was like some dark scenes. I was just like, oh my gosh, I don't know how she did it. And then it's one scene in the movie when it's like she's preparing to make like this gospel album, and so she's going back and forth with her manager saying like he's saying like gospel is not gonna sell like your regular music. But come to find out, it ended up being one of her top selling albums. So if you haven't heard it, make sure you listen to it. And also the gospel documentary was also good. And they had been holding on to it for like 50 years. And then they finally presented it to the public in 2018. So yes, Respect was a good movie. Like I said, I cried, I laughed, I was in there singing. And then it was like a whole bunch of old African American like aunties and grandmas in there. They was in there saying hallelujah and stuff. Y'all, I was on that back row tickle. Y'all know I'm silly. So yes, that was a pretty good film. And so, I was just on Facebook trying to see like what everybody was saying about it. So one of my friends, DeAndre, had made a status about him seeing it, and BJ, the one who's, never mind, I ain't even talking about him, but BJ said he liked Genius better. So I don't know if y'all know or not, but it was also another Aretha Franklin movie, but well, not a movie, it's more so like a show. And let me see, let me pull it up. Yes. I feel like I'm talking fast. You already know. But so DeAndre made the status, and he was basically saying I'm here watching Respect in theaters right now, and it's real good. And so BJ made a comment under the status saying that he liked Genius better, which is a anthology series, and it's 3 seasons of it, and it's based on Aretha Franklin and her life. So I had to come back and find, when I came home, I was like, let me find my old Fire Stick, cause I had well, I ain't gonna say what I did, but so I found my old Fire Stick. And so I was like, well, let me see what Genius is about. So I started watching it, and it was pretty good, but it seemed like it has more drama in it than the movie that I saw yesterday. So like I said, it's 3 seasons. So I haven't finished it yet, and I feel like that's why he said he liked it better, because it's more drama. They love drama, okay? But that was a good movie. That was my first time being in the movie since Lion King. When did Lion King come out? So yes, she is Nigerian. Yes, let me see, can y'all guess? She is Nigerian. She has 1 child, and then I have a shocker. Well, I'm not gonna say a shocker, but an interesting subject about the child. Um, she, she. Some people may think she's soloist, but she's a soloist, but it's actually a whole group that's named basically after her. So can y'all guess? Her father her father was Nigerian, a university teacher of economics. Her mother was an English nurse. So she's Nigerian, but she lived in London for most of her life. Okay, so I'm just going to tell you. It is Helen Sade Adu, also known as Sade. Thank you for the snack. So Helen Sade Adu was born in Ibadan, Nigeria. Her father was Nigerian, a university teacher of economics. Her mother was an English nurse. The couple met in London while he was studying at the LSE, and they moved to Nigeria shortly after getting married. When their daughter was born, nobody locally called her by her English name, and shortened and a shortened version of Falashade stuck. I actually like Falashade. I had a teacher in high school who had a daughter who was in band when she was in school, but when I was in school she wasn't in school, but she would come back to like help the band, and her name was Falashade, and I thought that was just so cute. Some people might think it's ghetto, but I like that name, Falashade. So then when she was 4, her parents separated, and her mother brought Sade and her elder brother back to England, where they initially lived with grandparents just outside of Essex. Sade grew up listening to American soul music, particularly the wave led in the 1970s by artists such as Curtis Mayfield, Donny Hathaway, and Bill Withers. As a teenager, she saw the Jackson 5 at the Rainbow Theatre in Finsbury Park, London, where she worked behind the bar at weekends. It said, I was more fascinated by the audience than by anything that was going on the stage. They'd attracted kids, mothers with children, old people, white, black. I was really moved. That's the audience I've always aimed for. So let me tell y'all, my first time hearing Sade music, I was like 10 years old. But it wasn't on purpose. I was in the 5th grade during that time, and my 5th grade teacher used to listen to music, like in class. She listened to music, and it was always like neo soul or something, like jazz. Like I remember her playing like Kim, Sade, and other like neo soul artists. And so I didn't know it was Sade at the time, and I was in my grandma's house, and I heard the music. I was like, I heard this before. And so I looked at the TV and I saw that the name said Sade, and I was like, oh, that's who's been singing that. I don't know why I thought she looked like something else, but when I saw it, I was like, oh, okay. So yes, that was my first time hearing Sade, and I remember like No Ordinary Love. Is it Cherish Today? Smooth Operator. But yes, that's my Sade story. But do y'all have a favorite Sade song or anything? Do y'all see Sade? She is gorgeous. I was looking at the pictures when I was trying to figure out what pictures I wanted to add on here, and I was like, she is gorgeous. But yes, if you have a favorite Sade song, put it in the comments. And I can play it for you. So I don't know if you know or not, but music was actually not her first choice as a career. She studied fashion at St. Martin's School of Art in London and only began singing after two old school friends with a fledgling group approached her to help them out with the vocals. It always be like that. Have y'all ever watched like other musical celebrity like behind the music, and they be like they didn't want to be a singer. They wanted to be a computer tech nerd, or they wanted to be a fashion designer, or they wanted to be an athlete. But yeah, so she wanted to be in fashion. And then somewhat to her surprise, she found that while the singing made her nervous, she enjoyed writing songs. So 2 years later, she had overcame her stage fright and was regularly singing back up with North London Latin funk band called Pride. So she actually started off in another band, and then they split up, and then that's when she started Sade. So Sade is actually a band. She's just a singer in the band. So it says for 3 years from 1981, she and other 7 members of the band toured the UK, often with her driving. And there is videos of her driving. Well, I actually got 2 videos I want to show. Where did I stop? So Pride Show featured a segment in which Sade fronted a quartet that played that played quieter, jazzier numbers. One of these, a song called "Smooth Operator," which Sade had co-written herself, attracted the attention of record company talent scouts. Thank you for the comments. Soon, everybody wanted to sign her, but not the rest of Pride. Sade's first single, "Your Love Is King," became a top 10 British hit in February 1984, and with that, her life and that of the band changed forever. The unstressed, understated elegance of the music, in conjunction with her look, unspecifically exotic and effortlessly sophisticated, launched Sade as the female face of the style decade. I can see why, because she is gorgeous. She is definitely beautiful. It's a lot of info about her too. Most of the past 20 years, Sade has prioritized her personal life over her professional career, releasing only 3 studio albums of new material during that period. Her marriage to the Spanish film director Carlos Scola Pelago in 1989, her child's birth in 1996, and her move from urban London to rural Gloucestershire, where she now lives with her partner, have consumed much of her time and attention, and quite rightly so. You can only grow as an artist as long as you allow yourself the most to grow as a person, Sade says. We're all parents. Our lives have all moved on. I couldn't have made Soldier of Love any time before now, and though it's been a long way for the fans, and I am sorry about that, I'm incredibly proud of it. So that's a little background on Sade. She is currently 62 years old now. And I think this picture right now that's on the screen, well, the picture with her in the white dress, that is like what she currently looks like now. And she still looks gorgeous. But while reading on some while reading up on Sade, remember I said that she had a kid. Sade's child thank you for the snacks. So I was telling you that Sade had a child, actually a son that's transgender. And there's an article from Yahoo that says Sade transgender son proudly shows off gender confirmation surgery scars. They set me free. So originally born Stella Mafari, he is now considered Isaac Theo Adu. So I have pictures actually, so y'all can see Sade and her child. And so here's a photo. Let's see how it looks. Did it change over there? No, it's still on the regular picture. So yes, this is Isaac. Sade with Isaac. And then it's just, oh, look at the little baby picture. She was a beautiful girl. But yes, Sade is currently 62 years old. She's living happy. With her partner. I think her partner right now is currently Ian. I can't think of his last name, but it starts with the M. So that's who she's currently dating. And she seems to be happy.